Hello there, what is going on everybody? Today I am bringing to you a look at the Princess Leia Organa Hoth attire from the Star Wars Black Series line. This figure is just awesome looking from the outside. They got the new facial sculpt going on and oh man, it looks just amazing. Look at this thing, oh my goodness. If you are new here, there is still plenty of time to enter the latest giveaway. I'm giving away a Star Wars Black Series Force FX lightsaber. And if you would like to win that, there's more details on Crabbok.com. But basically, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment. Let me know what your greatest line from Carrie Fisher is in the comments below. All right, here's the back of the box. If you want to take a look at that, go ahead and pause the video now. She is number 75 coming into the series. And unlike some collectors, I pull all of my stuff out of the boxes. So let's take a look at her out of the box. All right, here she is, folks, out of the box. And initially, I am really impressed with this figure. Not just the figure, but the accessories as well. I am going to talk about the accessories first, and we will dive into the figure. But boy, oh boy, really nice figure. A lot of like things that you expect to see, or some things that maybe the Black Series has kind of gotten away from, you are getting in full effect here. So first off, we've got our little tool here. I believe this is the Hydro Spanner that you see her working on the Millennium Falcon. Either that or that blasted Samoflange that Panthro was always looking for. We've got her goggles here, which come apart as well, or come off. They can go on. They go on her head pretty easily. You can even have her wearing them. Look at that. That's freaking cool. And the goggles are, and there's multiple paint colors on the goggles too. You've got blue and black here. Which is nice. It's just nice to see a little extra effort done. Like the Samoflange here is just black, but you know, and her pistol. What is this? A DH-17, I think. You've got the silver section on there, and it's a nice silver too. It's really clean and it's beautiful looking, and it's just nice to see that extra color of paint on something like an accessory. I love seeing multiple paint pieces on an accessory, as well as her vest here. This it looks like this comes off. And it certainly does come off. We can totally get that off, but I'm not going to take it off right now because let's take a look at the figure itself. Starting off with the face. Oh my goodness. What a great facial likeness to Carrie Fisher. This is just really nice. I'm really impressed with that. The hair, the paint application of it, really don't have any big mess ups. I see a little dot right there, but that doesn't look like paint. I wonder if that's just probably something on my figure. A little dot on the neck there too, but not terrible, not bad. But boy, she's beautiful, man. She's really a beautiful sculpt with beautiful likeness. Her hair looks great all around. This vest is actually gorgeous too. Like it looks like a straight up 80s vest. Like it's just incredibly detailed. It looks all puffy. It looks like this would keep you warm. I'm feeling warmer just looking at it. Looks amazing. We've got our rank insignia on there as well. We've got her actual outfit here. This is the same one she wears throughout actually a lot of episode 5. She has the vest on in the beginning, but she takes the vest off towards the end when they're being led away on Bespin. So that much is pretty cool. Onto the outfit itself, it's pretty much all white, but the patterns are it's really nice detail that's really within there. We got the boots, not a whole lot of paint on the boots, so you don't really need much. You do have a little bit of paint on her comms devices on her wrist there, and but there's the mold lines, the sculpt, not mold lines, but just the detailing in here is really pretty, and yeah, no, she's just amazing. I'll compare her to a couple of Leias too towards the end. Let's go ahead and take a look at articulation. For articulation, our head is going to go up and down only a little bit. We get a decent amount of down and only a little bit of up, but there's definitely a joint there. It's got move, but her hair is getting a little bit in the way to keeping her from looking up too much. So if she's going to talk to Chewie, you're going to have to angle her back a little bit. As far as side to side, we get a little bit of side to side. When of course we can rotate the head around all the way. That being said, we've got our shoulders. We do have our joint in there as well as the ball, so we can take them out approximately this far, which is pretty good. For our elbows, we get a tremendous amount of give, and I mean, a lot of figures won't even go 90 degrees. But the fact she's going way more than 90 degrees, she's going like 120 degrees in, is just tremendous. It gives you so many options, because she could even hold a lightsaber. Maybe we'll do that here in a little bit. That's just incredible. For the wrists, we get the swivel. They do not go in and out, though. There's not a whole lot of room for that, but the wrists can move around. We have instead of having the waist joint, we do have a joint here at the kind of the midsection here. The neck goes side to side a little bit, and back and forward. So we have a little bit of that. For the legs, we can kick all the way forward perfectly. We can go fairly far back. The legs can come out about so far, and they also have the rotate right here. All right, and the knees, we have excellent double jointed knees. Really, really, really nice knees. You can get all the way back with those, so that is great. Really good knees. For our ankle, we do have full articulation on the ankles, and also ankle pivot. Now, I want to point out something that's especially good with the articulation here for this figure. For the longest time, female Black Series figures, and actually not just limited to Star Wars, but female figures in this type of size category have struggled because females are more slender, and these figures could hardly ever stand up. And she actually has very little problem standing up. And I think a lot of that has to do with her, her clothes being a little bit looser, and so it allows them to sculpt the legs to be a little bit more sturdy. And and she doesn't look, she doesn't look masculine or at all. She looks like a normal human being, but she stands up. She's not all lanky and slender like a Barbie doll. She's actually got some toughness to her. She's like a solid figure, and you just don't see this in female figures very much. So it's just great seeing a female figure that's got the same articulation and like sturdiness, and that's even better than a lot of the male figures that are out there. That is just really, really cool, and it means that you're going to be able to fit her into a lot of different poses, which is just really, really nice. So here are all the other Leias, and I just want to point out like the evolution of her face and why this one is so amazing. Like, here's the first one. This was the first episode 4 Leia, and she looked nothing like Carrie Fisher at all. This might as well be like, and I've kept this one really just for comparisons, because at Star Wars Celebration 2017, they actually re-released this Leia in the new retro packaging, and we have this facial sculpt, which was better. It was definitely more like Leia than this one, but still, not as good as we've seen in other cases. Additionally, actually, our first Leia was actually the slave Leia, which again, this looks nothing like her at all. This, I don't even know who this looks like. This looks like somebody that I might know. I don't know. And then, of course, we had Boushh, which, gosh, that looks nothing like her either. I mean, so really, I guess up until this point, the reissue of the episode 4 Leia was the closest we had. And this actually looks more like the CGI Leia in Rogue One, still kind of halfway in Uncanny Valley. So when we compare, to have this one now, looks a lot more like her. And it's really, really like, gosh, it looks like a masterpiece, really, when you line it up next to like this. Excuse me, can I borrow a cigarette? You got money for smokes? Like I don't know. It's just like all the other Leias look like they're on drugs. Like she's really, really good when you compare them to those other ones. Here she is with Chewie and Lando, telling Lando, "Oh, we understand perfectly. You had no choice." And here she is picking up the lightsaber to protect her brother. And boy, wouldn't we have always wanted to see Leia pick up a lightsaber. I think that's what a lot of us were kind of hoping for out of episode 9, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. But now with this one, especially with how articulatable she is, you can potentially, set up those things, because man, she looks, I don't know if it's just me, but I think she looks pretty good holding a lightsaber. I don't know. What do you guys think? Or maybe double sabers against Boba Fett to kind of amp up the action for Return of the Jedi, perhaps? There is another. What are you doing? My hands are dirty. My hands are dirty, too. I know, I really just like having all of these different, the different Hoth ensemble here, because you can actually recreate so many more scenes now, so it's really nice. having everybody, having like the whole gang, you know, and of course 3PO and you know, R2 and Chewie kind of go with everything. So having Han, Luke, and Leia on Hoth, very, very cool. So all in all, I absolutely love this figure. The sculpt is just beautiful. The paint is just phenomenal. The articulation is really above the standard that we've seen with the Black Series lately, and kind of mimics back to some of the original you know, launch figures that really had the perfect and really great articulation. She is kind of in that same ballpark of like, you know, approaching, you know, exactly what you expect from this line. So it's really, really nice to see such a great figure. But the likeness and just the beauty of this figure is, you know, sets it over the top. Absolute masterpiece of a figure. A+, absolute A+. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, guys. I am giving away a Force FX lightsaber, so you can definitely, don't forget to, you know, enter to win that. More details for that on Crabbok.com as well. If you want to hop in my Discord and chat, you can do that as well. If you want to subscribe anyway, I encourage you to do so. Click that bell for alerts. I've got a lot more content coming out to you guys, and I just want to thank you all so much, as well as thank my patrons on Patreon. You guys definitely help make this you know, make this happen and make it all possible. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day.